You don't need anything to be happy because it's built in. Jamie Smart. Hello friends. Today is Labor Day, the unofficial last day of summer. My kids are set to start school tomorrow, and we've had just an amazing fun weekend. For that matter, fun summer, all things considered. Just yesterday, my sister was over visiting, and she mentioned that she's noticed how happy I've been lately, and how I keep saying things like, that's the most fun I've had at the movies, or at hockey, or wherever. Even my kids have commented on how much happier I seem lately. They're right. I have been happy. I am happy. What do I attribute this newfound level of happiness to? That's easy. It's the result of subtraction. Subtracting contaminated thinking from my life. Getting clarity, understanding how my experience is being created. Before I go any further, let's listen to the full audio of this quote from Jamie Smart from his guest appearance on the Primal Happiness podcast.
You don't need anything to be happy. You don't need things to turn out a certain way in order to be happy. You don't need to avoid anything in order to be happy because it's built in. And the more you realize that, the more freedom you have to do whatever makes sense to you.
You see, we're already happy. We just forget because we get consumed with thought about stuff that's going on around us, stuff that we've been accumulating over the years. Not that long ago, it was pretty common for me to not be happy. I wouldn't say I was unhappy or miserable necessarily. I'd say I was more neutral, but definitely not happy. In fact, I can remember many times when I'd think something like, I may never be happy again. And I convinced myself that it would be fine if that were the case. I could handle it. I don't need to be happy. I've been getting along just fine being neutral. Why was I feeling this way? It was my thinking. Thinking about the past, thinking about work, thinking about relationships, thinking about how parts of my life weren't the way I wanted them to be or expected them to be. Thinking, and more thinking. How is it that I'm so happy now? What's changed? My thinking has changed. Or more accurately, I'm thinking a lot less. I've come to understand that the only thing that is real is right now, this very moment. Thinking about the past or the future and letting the feelings that I have about them dictate my current state isn't real and isn't necessary. Those things aren't real. They sure as hell feel real, but they're not. Once you see this, once you experience it, it's liberating. I realized that under all that thinking, all that baggage was the real me, a happy me. When I'm living in the moment, giving my full attention to the moment, I'm happy. In fact, I was happy all along. It was just right there underneath all the layers of crap that I'd accumulated and felt obligated to carry around. With this realization, the subtraction was instant, like a puff of ninja smoke. Poof! It was all gone. You don't need anything to be happy because it's built in. Jamie Smart. Thanks for listening. Now go unleash your potential.